Welcome back to the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Cave. Can you believe it? Week 3 of Lions training camp feels like the first 2 weeks just went by in a snap of the hand. Look, Kerryon Johnson's going to have a certain load put on his shoulders this year. They did bring in C.J. Anderson. They didn't really do a whole lot to that offensive line that they have trusted for a couple of years now. But Kerryon Johnson is probably the second most important person on the Lions offense behind, of course, Matthew Stafford. I had a chance to catch up with Kerryon earlier this week as he's getting ready for a big year. It looks like this is going to be a run-first offense. It's going to have, obviously, a little bit of play action to it, but how exciting is it to know that you're going to have the ball in your hands a lot?
It's very exciting. I've always said, I've always believed, that when the ball's in my hands, I believe the best things happen, and that's just what I always hold true to. So they plan to put it there a lot, so it's on me, it's on the offensive line for us to carry our load and win some games for the team.
Does that change your mentality? I know you were a bell cow in college, and last year, injuries kind of kept you off the field. Is that frustrating for you?
Yeah, last year was definitely frustrating. Missing those final 5 or 6 games was very hard, but that's what teammates are for. If one guy goes down, the other one steps up. Just as if somebody else goes down, they expect me to do it. So we play as a team, and that's just what we plan to do this year. We plan to go out there, play our best style of ball, and see where we fall.
How much do you like this running back room? C.J. Anderson added, Zach Zenner, the doctor still doing his thing.
Our running back room is great, man. We've always, even since I first stepped foot, in the facility, we've had a great running back room. And I've always had guys that I can lean on. Guys were always able to lean on me, and that makes us better at the end of the day. We all push each other, we all compete, but at the same time, we all realize we all need each other, and we all play the best of our capabilities, and that makes us better as a team.
Give me a sense of how different this offense is going to be. And I know it's not a total overhaul. The terminology is relatively the same. It's just different schemes and whatnot. How quickly can you guys get this going?
As quickly as we can. Scheme and all that thing may change. It may stay the same, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, players got to go execute. Players got to play. So as quickly as we execute, as quickly as we play our style of ball, and as quickly as we limit our mistakes, that's going to be it.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your lifestyle here, man. Yeah. How much you love in this city? Whereabouts are you?
I live south of Detroit. I love it here, though. I really do. It has the big city feel to it, without like the New York traffic and all that stuff. So I love living here. The winter gets me every single time, but that just is what it is, But other than that, I really do enjoy living here. So.
Favorite restaurant so far? You got a place?
I like, what is it? Is it Fishbones downtown?
Okay,
I think that's my favorite place I go to so far. I like seafood, catfish, all that good stuff. So that's my favorite restaurant so far. I've tried out.
There's so many.
I know. I've tried. The food scene here is very good. Me being from Alabama, it's just not a lot of big time restaurants. But just the food scene here is very good. I appreciate that as well.
Do you find yourself telling people back in Alabama about Detroit and maybe the preconceived notions they may have?
Yeah, the preconceived notion, and it's really, even since I've been here, been on the uphill. A lot of things are being built. A lot of life is coming back to the city. I think, people who lived here for a while are saying the same things. But everybody has that one thought process. It's the same place. People from North think about Alabama. They think it's just all farms. But and you find yourself talking about it, and you find yourself saying positive and good things. And every time I come back up here, I look forward to returning. So,
free time during training camp. What do you do?
What free time? The training camp, the very few free time I get, I review what we go over in meetings, and I go to sleep. That is literally it. Off day, I'll be able to go home and play a little Xbox and stuff, but it's never really a real off day. It's just part of the game. So sleep and review is mainly what it is.
So I got to ask you, if you're on the sticks, you're probably playing a little Madden. Yeah, and you like your rating. What's going on?
I think it's solid. Madden, I hated the last Madden, but this one's a little bit better. So I appreciate the effort from the developers and all that stuff. So I just played it a little bit the other day. Like I said, right now you just don't have enough time. So I'm sure I'll be able to play a little bit more after camp is over.
It will certainly be exciting to see Kerryon how he does with all those touches he's going to get this year. And if he can stay healthy, that's a huge key to the Lions season moving forward. Matthew Stafford, of course, his success is going to predicate how well the Lions do this year as well. We've already seen a couple of reports out of camp that he hasn't looked as sharp as he might need to make sure the Lions get over the hump this year. He had interceptions in 3 straight practices, pretty bad ones by my and other reporters' accounts who saw them, underthrown balls, bad reads and the defense just making a play on it as well. But Matthew Stafford, well, he redeemed himself during that Friday scrimmage down at Ford Field. The fans, they packed the place as always. Football fever in Detroit is high right now. Matthew Stafford did well, a 99-yard drive, which is something that Matt Patricia loves. Situational football, putting his players in situations that they're going to have to succeed when their backs are against it. Stafford did it, 99-yard drive. But Darius Slay, he made an appearance for pretty much the first time in training camps, fully padded up. He was out there as well, and he's excited as he's now back into the mix in Allen Park.
We just go see how it go. If I'm out there, I'm ready to go. Shoot, if I ain't, I ain't. I'm ready to just work it, honestly. So that's all what it is. I need all that because it's good reps. It's good reps. I love, it's just long, but it's good reps. So everybody need it. We all need to get our feet wet. So this is good, man. There ain't nothing wrong with the preseason, but like I said, what really counts is the 16.
Anytime we get anybody that's on our team that isn't out there practicing and they come back and they're excited to be out there, and we're excited to have them. So we're just, always focusing on the guys that are on the field and trying to make sure that they're improving. And, it's a great team game, and it's all about having everybody out there working together.
And he will certainly need to be big play Slay for the Lions defense, which should look pretty good. As we talked about earlier in the show, Trey Flowers still not participating in practice. Snacks Harrison not playing either. Once they do get activated, this defense just could be one of the tops in that NFL. But the biggest story from Friday is not Matthew Stafford's 99-yard touchdown drive. It's not Darius Slay being back out there with his teammates. Heck, it's really not even the fans that went down there to check it out. It's a young man by the name of Calder Hodge, 14-year-old boy. His parents had to make a very difficult decision when he was a youngster to amputate both of his legs. Well, football is his passion, and he's still out there chasing a dream. Take a look at Calder under center, taking the snap, finding Marvin Jones Jr. in the corner of the end zone for a score. Unbelievable. The team rushed out onto the field afterwards, surrounded the young man, congratulated him. He's continuing to fight for what he loves to do, and that's play football. Brad Galley caught up with him shortly thereafter.
I want to know how this opportunity came about. I see you wearing the Lions gear, so I know there's a passion there, but how did you get here tonight?
Phil Turf actually reached out to me a few months ago, and they set this all up with my mom. It was a big surprise. Got put on the plane yesterday, flew in, and been having a great time since.
What is your goal as a young man who's a big football fan with football dreams?
Play in the NFL and become a Hall of Famer.
You wear that number 9. Why do you like Matthew Stafford so much?
Actually, number 9 is my number. So it's a number that I've always worn. It's, Cat's got 9 lives. I got 9 downs to score pretty much.
I like that a lot, man. Why Detroit, though? Why come to Detroit all the way from Houston?
It's where Phil Turf wanted me to come. I love every NFL team. I don't have a favorite team. I don't have a least favorite team.
Yeah.
I like everybody that's out there. So, it's just football. It's a football opportunity. It's an opportunity to meet different guys than there is back home.
You're a 14-year-old guy, man, but you got to know right now that you're inspiring so many people that walk in the same shoes that you walk in. Do you grasp that at all, knowing what you're doing?
I try to just sit back and, just think about it sometimes, but it's really difficult too, just because of how fast my life is going and how many blessings I've gotten. So it's really amazing.
Enjoy tonight, man.
Yes,
Great
thank
talking with you. Absolutely.
Certainly a special young man, looking forward to seeing what else he could accomplish in his football career as he continues to move forward. All right, coming up next, Brad Galley, man on the town. Loves his hockey, loves that USA hockey's right here in Plymouth. When he was there this past week to take a look at USA Team Canada, he ran into a familiar face, Ken Holland. Yeah, Red Wings former general manager, now with Edmonton. He was in town. Brad Galley caught up with him, and you won't want to miss what he has to say. That's coming up next, right here on the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Game. Stay with us.